streaming. Is it going to work? Oh, hot damn. This is our jam. Keep it partying to the AM. Y'all don't understand. Make me throw Collins' hands in the air. Eight. No, stop. All right, what's up, yo? What's going What's up, party people? It's time for episode 2 of A Fairy Tale. We're back. Woo! Y'all ready for this? Can't find the card. Literally, Colin. Literally, Colin, Joe. That is that is so true. The accuracy, it hurts. It hurts. Oh, shit. We got everybody up in here for episode 2. That's what's up. Real quick announcements. The amazing Delvin Cox does not feel well tonight. He is sick. So everybody send all the good healing juju to Delvin. He's one of the hardest working people I know. He's one of my bestest friends. I love him to death. I hope he feels better so soon. Give him Lysol and chicken soup and all of that goodness. So he will be hosting another after show because I know he was really excited to do that. So we absolutely hope he feels better. Feels better. We are going to try something different where we're really encouraging community here at Tales. Like, we love this right now, all y'all in the chat room hanging out with us, so we really want to encourage that. So we are going to start releasing Tuesdays episodes later in the evening. So hopefully we can drag more people in here to get the first listen to the episode. And then, if you can't make it because of work, kids, whatever, we totally get that. Obviously, the episode will just go out later this evening. So episode 2 will drop on all podcast networks. It is scheduled to go out in an hour. In an hour, it'll go out to all the other podcast networks. So if you got people that are like, "Where's the episode, Crystal?" Just tell them it's coming. It's just going to be released later. And if they want to hear it, they should get in here with us right the fuck now. Like, what are they doing? Like, come on, let's go. Everybody got YouTube. Like, just put it up on your phone. Put your headphones in. Let's do this. That's it. That's all I got. Y'all ready to hear this episode? Yeah, be a cool kid. Be a cool kid. Get in here. Let me find the episode. It's it's here somewhere. Hang on. I got a lot of folders. Wait. It's here somewhere. Hang on. It's in the SUV. It's somewhere in the damn SUV. I found it. In the just recreate it from memory. You guys just want to act it out real quick? I'll just get the voice actors in here and they can just... Maybe we should do a live show. Ooh, new idea unlocked. Maybe we should absolutely one day just do a complete live show for I don't know how the fuck we're going to add sound effects, but we'll figure it out. We'll make Pixel... we'll make Pixel do it on the fly. She could just like randomly just start making noises or some shit. It'll be great. Yeah, you should have regrets, Joe. You did this. You did this. Get a beatboxer. That's JV. Where's JV at? JV's our beatboxer. Yes. JV also has a birthday coming up, by the way. So we should all get ready to sing JV happy birthday. Maybe we'll do that later because I'm sure we'll miss it. All right, let's do this. Let's go. A fairy tale episode 2 titled Colin's Still Looking for the Goddamn Car. Wait, y'all can hear me, but y'all didn't hear any of that music playing. Did anybody hear that? Did anyone hear? Well, hang on. I don't understand how we're having an audio issue because Discord is telling me, not even this. Oh, wow. So I want y'all to know I'm not fucking crazy. I am watching the lines of music play, but apparently, y'all, that's funny. Hold up. I'm gonna try this. I genuinely don't understand. Hang on, I'm gonna just delete something and add it again. Wait 1 second. 1 second. Mercury is retrograde because there's no reason. I literally was watching the line. It is insane. No, okay, it doesn't. How? I'm calling right now. How? Why? What? All right, hang on. It's coming out of my headphones. Okay, wait. Headphones. All right, hang on. We're gonna try again. Hold up. You know what? We'll choose another audio player. I'm gonna grab a different one. Hang on. We're gonna open with. We'll use this one. I'm just going to randomly pick one because apparently it's totally Colin's fault. How about now? What the fuck? You're just hearing the echo from my... That's insane because it's playing in my... I don't understand. All right, hang on. I don't even know if this is an OBS problem or if this is a YouTube problem. Hang on. If it's your first time here, I swear to God, it normally works. Hang on. I'm going to do all this. I'm going to check all these boxes. I have an idea. About maybe why. Hold up. All right. Okay, you ready? That's exactly how my day has gone today. All right, hang on one more time. We're going to try one more time. Third time's the charm. We got this. It's magic.
Are you tired of listening to ads and just want the story? Well, with the Tales of the Forgotten membership, you'll get ad-free episodes of all of our shows like this one. And you'll be supporting the creators and stories you love. Go to talesoftheforgotten.com/membership. But since we like to spoil you, a Tales of the Forgotten membership also offers bonus content like character audio files, artwork, exclusive shows, first looks at scripts, and a whole lot more. So go to talesoftheforgotten.com/membership or click the link in the description.
A fairy tale for adults, pulled from the forgotten archives of the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network. Episode 2.
I like nonsense. It wakes up the brain cells. Dr. Seuss. That strange, tingly feeling, you know, the teleported somewhere one, made Colin uneasy and let him know something just happened. The Malak with the mustache gave Colin's shoulder a none-too-friendly shove.
Go on, out with ya.
Colin glared at the Malak with the mustache. His name was Barley, and did as he was told. He knew immediately that they were in a different chamber because the exit hallway ceiling wasn't low or as narrow. This one was quite wide, nearly double the size, in fact. More importantly, when Colin stepped out of the chamber, he could no longer deny he was not in his world. This chamber was in the middle of the Justice District in the very busy city known as Karstium. Karstium is about 10 miles northwest of the forest of Stormall, where the Crofts found themselves moments before. Karstium was cleverly built on top of two proud, towering, rock-like hillsides. The River Agrium, a narrow, beautifully pristine body of water, ran between the two hills. It was a breathtaking view at the top of those rocks, to be certain, and strong, polished steel bridges connected the busy population. The dwarves take it upon themselves to keep the bridges shiny, as they tend to like shiny things. Unlike other areas of the city that are alight with color and the creative power of imagination, the buildings in the Justice District of Karstium are quite stern-looking. They are tall, silvery gray, dome-shaped, and built directly into the hillside. The Crofts and the Malaks stood on a walkway made of black granite directly in front of the courthouse and stockades, both in the same building that was marked by the gigantic justice scales hanging above the entranceway. Two other Malaks stood still as statues in front of the entranceway, eyes straight ahead. It was a busy place to be certain, as more of the Malaks went to and fro on various assignments. Occasionally, an elf riding a bicycle zoomed by, most likely a messenger, and tiny creatures, mini-fairies and pixies, whizzed overhead at speeds too fast to be seen.
What in the...
It was at this moment Nia began to come around. She slowly opened her eyes, looked at the Malak groggily, and... Ah! The poor Malak was startled, you see, but thankfully didn't drop her. He did, however, put the now struggling, squirming Nia on her feet, and Colin rushed over to her, framing her face between his hands.
Calm down.
Oh my God. Colin? Where are we?
I don't know.
Karstium. Poor things. You used the chamber by accident, didn't you?
It doesn't matter now, does it? Get them to their cells.
Wait, what? Cells? Why? Where are you taking us?
Apparently, we're being charged with wrongful parenting.
What? What? What for?
I wouldn't say much more, ma'am. Not until you've seen Raziel, anyway. Please, come this way.
Sensing that he was the reasonable one, and that Barley would use force if need be, and knowing that neither of them knew what kind of force could be used upon them, they silently agreed it was best to just do as instructed. So, holding tight to each other's hands, they followed Barley. The inside of the Justice Building is absolutely huge. The ceiling a good 20 feet, dome-shaped. Tall, white columns. A giant stone staircase straight in front of them led to the offices of the Malak on the second floor. To the left was a huge doorway, and a sign above it read, "Courtroom." To the right was a narrow corridor and a set of stone stairs that descended deep into the hillside. The Malaks took them down the stairs on the right. The jail cells were extremely clean, even though they were kind of, well, medieval. You know, bars and all that. But there was no one else down here. Crime wasn't really an issue. The most serious thing that happened in the last decade was when two small Fae folk got into a tussle. Colin and Nia were put into the same cell, though Barley did shut the door a little harder than necessary before walking away.
You just holler if you need anything. I don't imagine you'll be waiting very long.
What are we going to do?
I don't know yet. We'll get out of here, though.
How could they accuse us of wrongful parenting? They don't know us.
They're obviously a bunch of lunatics.
Don't say that out loud, Colin. We have no idea what the laws are here.
All right. Unless you know how to pick a lock, escape isn't going to be likely.
Oh my God. Kalanon.
What about him?
He told us if we weren't teaching the children how to properly use the chamber, we were breaking the law. Don't you remember?
You can't be serious.
Look around, Colin. Obviously, they are. The kids must be having the time of their lives with us gone.
Maybe they'll figure out how to use the chamber and come rescue us.
That would be something.
This timing isn't great. Us being stuck here, I mean. Allie wanted to talk to you.
About?
Pronouns.
Pronouns.
She's they.
Oh. All right.
That's it? You took it better than I did.
Oh, God, what did you say?
I promise I wasn't an asshole. I just wanted to know why.
What did they say?
They don't want to be confined. Allie said they felt more comfortable being a they, and they don't want to be bound by gender. Ethan thinks it's cool.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, me neither.
Shit.
What?
I'm scared for Allie. Especially now with the way the country is. Who else did they come out to?
I don't know. We hadn't gotten that far into the conversation yet. Shit. You're right. I was still processing. I hadn't even thought about other people.
I don't want to restrict them being who they are, but what if they tell the wrong person? God, I haven't been keeping watch on what's going on with any of that politically. You just hear about the bills.
Hey, we'll figure it out, okay? We'll figure it out. And if that means we move to keep Allie safer, we do that. Whatever it takes.
Dear listener, I think it is important for you to know, in this moment, Colin and Nia moved closer to each other. And they are holding hands.
Colin, what about other people's kids? I mean, I wasn't paying attention to all that. Not really. I was just busy, but now it's affecting my kid. What about the others?
We do the best we can, Naya. There's just so much going wrong right now.
I know, but we've been oblivious for too long. We've got to do something. I mean, we're lucky, privileged even, that if we need to find a safe place for our kids, we can. what about everyone who can't?
You're right. We get out of here, and we figure out what to do. You know I don't have any problems arguing with people or getting into trouble.
The first day I met you, you were getting into trouble.
Okay, but I'm not the only one who likes causing a scene. You remember that PTA meeting?
Which one?
The silence is comfortable. A shared look. A moment of connection. Their hands grip each other's tighter. It is the approaching footsteps that pull them away from each other again, back into their situation. They look away, hands released, and stand as Charlie unlocks their cells.
He's ready to see you now.
Who is?
Judge Raziel.
What's your name?
Charlie, ma'am. The grouch that was with me earlier is Barley.
Charlie.
What did you expect my name to be? Rufus, maybe? Because of the tail, right?
I didn't know what I thought. I'm sorry if I offended you.
No harm done, ma'am. You're not from here. I imagine this is a little hard for you.
Do you know where we're from?
Of course. Everybody here knows about the third dimension. We've all been there at one point or another.
In my world?
Yes, ma'am. Most of us migrated to here from there.
Well, then we can't be expected to follow the laws of this land if we're not from it.
It's a bit more, complicated than that, but Raziel will explain it, I'm sure.
The courtroom was the most familiar thing the Crofts had seen in the last 2 hours, but that's where it ended. The room was packed. At least 12 rows that could hold about 20 people apiece sat on each side of the aisle, and above them was a balcony. Naya and Colin stared back as much as they were being stared at, because all manner of creatures sat in the courtroom. 2 humans being put on trial was a big deal, you see. And word traveled fast, as it does in Karstium, that the 2 humans were from the third dimension. Charlie brought them past the gate into the front, placing them at their table. Sitting across from them was a jolly-looking fellow with a full head of white hair and long white beard. He wore a pinstriped suit that fit well on his rather round figure. His thick fingers were laced over his chest, comfortably napping.
Who's that?
That's Mr. Kringle, the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Crink. Tell me his first name isn't Chris.
That'd be him, yeah.
You mean he's not?
I know you haven't seen him much in your world. He works as a prosecutor here part-time. And he can manage it, because we don't have much need for trials here. There's maybe 1 or 2 a year.
What's this place called?
Well, Karstiam is the biggest city in the overall dominion of Maketh.
How many cities do you have?
Oh, not that many, just another 3. It's not a very big dimension.
All rise for her angelicness, Judge Raziel!
Awestruck would be the proper way to describe the expressions on both Naya and Colin's face when the towering figure of the angel came into view. Her wings were blue, matching the color of the Mille Lacs uniforms. She wore a silvery gray robe that draped around her more like a toga, exposing the large muscles in her arms.
Be seated.
Naya sat. Colin, well, dear Colin remained standing. That boy.
Your Honor, I think there's been a misunderstanding.
Oh?
Yes. You see, we're not from here, and in our world...
Ignorance is not a viable defense, Mr. Croft. In the third dimension, isn't it your responsibility to know the laws of a different country when you visit?
Well, yes, but I don't see how that applies here.
That is your problem.
Your Honor, we can't be held liable. We didn't know your world existed, let alone that the chambers could do that.
That's not entirely correct, Your Honor. I've got a witness that will testify Mr. Croft's children, Ethan and Allison, attempted to tell their father the significance of the chamber, even pointing out the fact that it rested on ley lines.
This is ridiculous. I can't be expected to believe in the imaginations of my children or based in any fact.
Mr. Kringle slapped a hand on his forehead and just shook it. Colin's answer caused another uproar in the crowd, an almost simultaneous gasp of disbelief. Raziel narrowed her eyes angrily.
Perhaps you should learn to do just that, Mr. Croft.
let me get this straight. Ley lines and their intersection points resonate a special psychic or mystical energy, a fact that has been documented by multiple intelligence sources in the third dimension. And you think they only exist in your children's imagination.
It's pseudoscience.
Oh, is it now? Then explain how you came to be here, Mr. Croft. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Please, dazzle us with your intelligence.
Your Honor, what my husband is trying to say...
I'm well aware of what your husband is trying to say, Mrs. Croft. Do yourself a favor and shut him up, because he's done nothing to help the charges against you.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm afraid I'll have to add them to my naughty list, Your Honor.
This was quite the big deal in Karstian, and a hum fell over the audience, causing Judge Raziel to bang her gavel.
To the matter of the charges, Your Honor.
Yes, that. Mr. and Mrs. Croft, have you at any point during your children's lives taught them how to ground themselves into the crystal core of Earth?
The what?
I think that's a no, Your Honor.
Have you begun encouraging them to learn about the energy systems of their own bodies?
You have got to be kidding.
Manifestation, co-creation, aura reading, meditation, pineal gland exercises.
Why would I teach them those things? They have no value in my world.
There you have it, Your Honor. The prosecution rests.
Your Honor, I think you're missing the point. Our worlds are not the same.
Oh, they aren't?
No! I mean, have you ever even been there? Look, maybe in this place there's such a thing called magic, but it doesn't exist in my world. I am a good parent. I teach my children what they need to survive in a dog-eat-dog competitive marketplace that is occasionally sprinkled with good people. That means they need to go to school, get a job that hopefully makes them happy and pay the bills. Aura reading or whatever isn't going to help them do any of that.
No. What you've taught them is to reinforce a system your people know is dying. And the very reason that system exists is because you allowed someone else to create that vision for you.
This is impossible.
Your Angelicness.
Speak, dwarf that made the Spear of Odin.
Your Honor, the children of the third dimension are beginning to see, and we know that they will rebel. Still, they need the guiding hand of their parents, and these two are lost. So perhaps a quest is in order.
I'd be happy with the quest, Your Honor.
Why can't you understand that our worlds are different?
You speak in an ignorance I find very distasteful. Tell me, human who believes that rules that govern the universe don't apply to his tiny, sad life, will you take the punishment or the quest?
We will take the quest.
What are you doing, Naya?
We have to get home, Colin. Do it.
Fine. What's the quest?
A cheer went up around the room. You see, the people of the 3.5 dimension were always very pleased when their brethren accepted the quest. Though life is never boring in the world of instant manifestation and connection, getting to watch those stuck in the mundane prepare to embrace the reality of the fantastical is terribly exciting. Raziel slammed her gavel again, eliciting silence. A mini angel came flying over to the podium, struggling with the weight of the parchment that was 10 times her size. Because she was a very proud creature, she handled her task admirably. She dropped the parchment onto the podium and unrolled it so Raziel could read.
By order of Justice Raziel, authority of the city of Karstium, Colin and Naya Croft, gods and co-creators of third dimension, for the crime of wrongful parenting, you are hereby ordered to find the missing unicorn.
The what?
Interrupt me again, and you won't see your world for 100 years. You are hereby ordered into the forest of Stormal to find the missing unicorn. Return the unicorn to this court, and you will be returned to the world. Fail and wander the forest for all eternity.
This is insane. How are we going to find a creature that doesn't...
Wisely, very wisely, Naya slapped a hand over Colin's mouth.
Thank you, Your Honor. When do we begin?
Now.
What the... How?
Before the Crofts could blink, they were no longer in the courtroom. A thought and a poof. and they found themselves outside yet another stone chamber, this one on the edge of the thick forest. The trees were tall, leaves there thick, allowing in only small pockets of sunlight. The Croft could see paths, maybe? But there were many of them. Some went straight, others went to the right, to the left, others zigzagged. Why, it even appeared that one went up. Yes, up.
All right, you two, here's a map.
Colin and Naya jumped, not realizing Charlie was behind them.
Oh, sorry. Here's a map of the forest. Didn't mean to scare you there. The only waypoint marked for you is this chamber here, so when you find the unicorn, you'll be able to get back to it.
Right. I'll take it. Thank you, Charlie. I don't suppose you know where we should maybe start, do you?
You'll figure it out, ma'am. I'm sure of it.
Thanks, Charlie. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Tipping his hat toward the couple, the Malak went back inside the chamber and teleported away.
Why did you agree to this? How the hell are we going to find something that doesn't exist?
You're joking, right? Charlie has a tail. There was a goddamn dwarf and an angel and a friggin' pixie and about another dozen mythological creatures in the courtroom, and you really think in this forest into which we were teleported, we were just 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, I don't know, because time, I don't even know if it exists here. I don't know. But I don't know. Do you think the Jeep exists here? Or do you want to find a unicorn, which probably exists here? Which one is it, Colin? What do you want to do?
Colin paused, because, well, his wife had a point. But that's the thing about adults. When faced with the fantastical, they will hold on to any shred of normal, icky mundane they can, for a variety of fears. But when you release those fears, if you open your eyes a little differently, dear listener, you could see something else. You could feel it. Something magical.
Whatever. Let's just go and try to find it.
Yes. Let's. Follow me.
Naya paused, and using her intuition, even though she didn't realize that's what she'd done, she chose one of the paths that zigzagged. With a childlike angry stomp of his feet, Colin stomped after his wife. And thus began the Crofts' quest to find the missing unicorn.
I hope you've enjoyed listening to a fairy tale.
I need y'all to know that Naya's tirade at the end, I wrote a version. And then when Tara got into the studio, the second take, she just kind of had Naya go off. And that's the one we used because I felt like it was just so real and really represented how that character must have felt in that moment after everything. You guys, the quest to find the unicorn is lit. It is so lit. Let me tell you. All right, voice actors, get in this after show. Whoever's coming out, get in here. Let's talk about this. Whoo! Shout out to everybody in this episode. Joe, Barley was requested by popular demand. I also hope they get a sassy unicorn. Yeah, Barley. Hang on. Let me make sure everybody can hear. 1 second. Why do you act like this is not? Nope, we're in the after show. We sure are. I need Discord to recognize, or OBS to recognize that this is where we're at. One moment.
No, that's too much work.
Apparently. Okay, now they can hear you. Yay! Yeah, Joe. Barley was they're requested by popular demand. So if you have to voice Barley again, it's because the fans love Barley.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I also do hope that the unicorn gets real sassy with Colin. I think he needs it. I think Colin just needs to meet a real sassy unicorn. Although he did just meet a real sassy angel, and decided that he was going to argue with it. Yeah. Colin, why would you do that?
I mean, I just read what's written.
Yeah.
So you'd have to ask Crystal that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I need Colin and Nia to know that you guys both live rent free once again in mine and Pixel's head for your amazing acting in this. Yes, tell him, Pixel. Tell him.
Look around, Colin. it's I say it like every day now. Like whenever Geo perplexes me with his actions, I'm always just like, look around, Colin.
It's actually pretty good. I'm always in the studio with you guys, and I'm hearing it, and then I put it all together, and I realize how just amazing you are. You're whatever, Colin. That whatever, as Colin was stomping away, was Chef's Kiss. I actually probably should have added some sound effects so we could have really heard how loudly Colin is stomping through the woods as he chases after his wife, because I think that would have been pretty accurate, I think.
I think the editing in that was what made it even more amazing, because I know I tried to be like, just completely throwaway, flippant, whatever, but hearing the narration, the way she does it, get so like intense, the way she does that, like just barely above a whisper, things could be so magical. Whatever. And then it just immediately goes into the whatever. Even I was sitting here going, "Oh my god, he's such a douche."
Listen, he just needs a little help. He needs a. Actually, you know what? Let's ask the narrator. So, what do you think Colin needs?
Colin needs to find the Jeep. That's all I got about that.
I dropped a spoiler in the Fairy Tale Discord about that Jeep, so I don't we'll see how Colin handles that. Aw, thank you, Shelly. The boyfriend is trying to say, Georgia, you did great as Raziel, so shout out to you for really embodying the angel who is completely tired of this human shit, which is great. It was so good. So good. So well done. Once again, Zoe narration on point. Loved it. So good.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. Also, I finished writing episode 4, and you've got a lot of work to do. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, I look forward to seeing what Colin's next tirade will be about.
It's a magical jaunt through the forest, and it's great. Shout out to JV who played Santa Claus. Shout out to JV who did a great job as Santa Claus.
The best Santa.
He is the best Santa, right? And I'm glad people think that the story is magical, because that's what we're going for, and this is probably the only wholesome story we're going to write this year.
When we were like editing this, I remember specifically the first episode as it's being put together, I had just finished with Don't Look. So coming off of Don't Look and then coming to this, I was like, I feel naked. There's no bone crunching. There's no bloodiness. This is it's so wholesome.
It's lovely. We've got your backs. So how did everybody feel about episode 2? Give me your feedback. Are you loving playing these innocent, beautiful little lost humans who are stuck in this magical? I mean, well, Daniela knows what's up. She's the only one that's got the tea, basically.
I know all your secrets.
She does. Actually, she really does.
Oh dear.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be great. JV, welcome to the party. Tell us how much you loved playing Santa Claus.
Yo, first of all, Crystal, you know what just happened, right? It took me like 10 minutes to figure out how to get into this voice channel because I'm me.
I'm so proud of you. But you made it, and I'm proud of you.
I made it. I made it without your guidance for the first time. Look at me.
I'm so proud.
Baby
Listen, you're like Colin, man. You're like growing up in this world.
That's right. That is right. No, playing Santa Claus is great. I actually did call my wife's work as Santa Claus to mess with her employees. So this is something I have some practice in.
I love this. I love that you did that. That's fantastic. So between like General Pierce and Santa Claus, which has been your favorite character so far?
Santa has, I think, more of my beard and body shape, and I just feel like I'm a giving person with a gigantic sack of toys.
Glad you finished that.
Wrong show, guy. Wrong. God damn it! This is the wholesome show.
I thought about not finishing it, but it is a giant sack of toys, and I love to give it out to people.
I don't even know. Now we have to do a fucking Tales After Dark story that's like Dirty Santa Claus. Now I've got to write one. Now we got to write a Dirty Santa Claus story starring JV. Look at what you've done. There you go. We're doing it. Putting it up. Please no. Listen, Synaptic, this is the story that you wanted, and you know you did. It's okay. It's fine.
Santa Claus be coming down your chimney tonight.
Sure, it's fine. JP, how long do you think Colin's going to be stuck on Santa Claus's naughty list?
I think Colin is really struggling right now. Like, bro, you are in a magical world. There obviously is a unicorn for you to find. So I think if Colin doesn't get his act together, he may be on the naughty list indefinitely. I think Naya has a much more chance of getting off the naughty list at this point.
I think you're correct. I think you're absolutely right about that. I'm laughing because I know what happens, so it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I think that in the future, Colin is going to have some amazing realizations that maybe will shake something out of him. I'm uncertain. JV, you're a dad. You've got kids. Do you think it would be this hard for you as well if you got sucked into a magical world to like come to grips with what was happening?
I don't necessarily think so. But I think there is some truth to we get a little bit older and the imagination sort of, if you're lucky, you still kind of have it and you believe in magic. But I definitely think, I could be in that situation where I'd be a little bit like Colin, like, hey, this is a joke, right? This can't possibly exist. So I'd like to think I have some childlike wonder, but I can definitely understand where Colin is coming from.
Fellow dads unite. See, there are other dads out there who would also be like, dude, where's my car? Mr. 8, what do you think what would it take for you, JV? Because Colin's had some like different moments in the story, right? So first he gets teleported and he's like, okay, there's just some people in the forest cosplaying, and then you get to the city and now you're in the courtroom. So like after all those, like what step do you think it would be where you're just like, holy shit, this is legit?
Definitely the moment where you walk into the courtroom and there's a giant angel and Santa Claus is a lawyer. I think that at that point you just got to let it go.
I would think so too, but I think I like the most about how Colin is like dealing with it. Like instead of just acknowledging anything, he's like, I just got to argue with them that I'm not a bad parent. Like never mind that there's an angel and there's all these whatever. As far as Colin's concerned, they're probably just cosplaying. But he's like, no, I need to tell them that I am a good dad because damn it, I am. I like that. That's how he focuses. It's fun. He's fun to write for.
That is big dad energy right there. Just like you're not gonna tell me that I'm a bad dad. So that is true to I think parents in general.
So even while you were like, holy shit, that's Santa Claus and that's an angel, do you think you would have also given like a little bit of pushback? Like, I mean, hang on now, I'm not a bad parent though.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. I mean, I know we're gonna talk about all this magic shit, but hold on just a second. You're not about to tell me that I'm a bad parent. No, sir. You brought me here. I'm trying to be a good parent and go back. Then we can get to the magic stuff.
I like that. I like that energy. I don't think Razio would have appreciated that energy, but I like that it's being brought.
Yeah, I definitely think Razio would have had can angels just like strike you down with like the sword of God or something like that? Because I feel like if I brought that energy and if Colin brought that energy, Razio might just end it right there.
I think Colin was like 2 seconds from bringing that energy. I think Naya stepped in some key moments during this story before Colin just went like off the rails.
Can we maybe not give Crystal ideas? Because she literally just sent out the script for episode 4.
No,
I'm sure that
keep
can
going.
be changed between now and then.
I like how Daniela is just the chaos agent. She's like, no, I will narrate that so good. Like, don't you worry.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you will.
I mean, Daniela will make it sound really nice, like the striking down of Colin. It'll sound magical and whimsical, but I mean,
Wasn't she offered the chance to help you write for episode 4?
She was, yeah. This is what happened. Listen, you guys, I got a story
And
to
what
tell.
was the? I forget. Daniel, can you remind what what your response was?
Yeah, tell us so.
I am a mermaid now. I live in the ocean. I am currently broadcasting from my bathtub because I do not have access to the ocean. But, I said that I would throw myself into the ocean because that is where I live and that is where all of my best writing happens.
Go on.
And water is life.
I'm staying out of it.
Yeah, so basically what the story is that I, offered to let Zoe help write the script, and I want you guys to know how amazing Zoe is. That Zoe didn't even say no. Zoe just said, I would rather throw myself in the ocean. It wasn't even like, nah, Krista. Not even like, no, I can't help you out. I don't really feel like it. No, Zoe went like so far. She was like, I would rather throw myself
Ideal and extreme. What can I say?
She's got a lot of words to read in episode 4. Let me tell you that.
This is my punishment.
That's it.
It definitely is.
I put in like 6 run-on sentences just for you.
This is truly my punishment.
Zoe will be amazing in Among Us, and I can't wait to play Among Us with Zoe because I feel like Zoe will lie to us all really well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
See, she's quiet. See, it's always the people with like these whimsical, magical voices. It's great.
I knew you vented an electrical. I knew it.
No, there was somebody who looked like me. I'm red. They're pink. I can see how you would get confused. I understand.
Oh my god.
You hear what's coming, you guys. You ready?
Oh.
This is what we have coming up. This is it. Tara, did you appreciate that I put in your ad-lib tirade for Naya?
I was surprised.
Why were you surprised?
It was
so
fun.
Good. It was so good.
Oh, thank you. I was just surprised. I was like, I'm just going to say these words and she can do whatever she wants with it. Here we go. But no, it was fun because Naya is completely done with Colin's stuff. She's done with him. Absolutely done.
I left it in because you nailed both takes. Like you just like it was the deadpan for me. It was, you're kidding, right? It was just that because I could just imagine the look on Naya's face when he's like literally just got teleported again, but was like, there's no way there's a unicorn in this forest. But I felt like it was just so real. Like if you were Naya and you were standing there trying to get through to your very stubborn husband, like I feel like that's how it just would have went down. Like you'd have just been screaming at him about all, like it was just real. I had to.
You know, I just feel like Naya is fighting for Colin to become grounded in the reality that they're in, just as hard as she probably tried to fight for their marriage. So I just feel like she has that in her, and I don't know how she lasts so long with that. But it's Naya, it's not me. So
I promise Colin has a redemption arc. Woo!
I don't know if he does.
Oh, snap.
You know,
Oh, snap. Naya's about to call Jacob.
I don't know if he does.
I don't even know who Jacob is, but Naya's about to call him. Naya's about to call Jacob.
Yeah, who is Jacob? It's a surprise. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Hey, Alex.
It's a surprise. Well, Alex will be playing Jacob, and they'll make an appearance in the last episode.
Oh my gosh, that'll be so fun.
Now I gotta go back and I gotta edit the script. Alex, get ready. I'm gonna edit the script. Get ready. Get ready. I feel like I got it now. Now I've said it. Now I've got to make it. Now I've got to make it happen. Also, Rob, you killed it. I mean, the courtroom scene,
so awesome.
I know you're oh my God. Like I shouldn't be at this point like surprised at you guys' range, but the way y'all just become these characters, and listen, you guys, like, well, you don't know that they're in my DMs. Like, yo, me and Tara just wrote some shit for you here. Like, they're like just so like they collaborate and they're just like so into this. So are you having fun, Rob, even though Colin is a bit bigger curmudgeon, I think, than Raziel?
I am. I'm having a very good time with this because I look at this, like you said, there's an arc to it. So there can't really be a redemption arc if he's not a jerk off to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So from what we saw and what we've already recorded, spoilers, in episode 3, I like that. I like the direction it's going in. I haven't looked at 4 at all. I just got the email confirmation about it when this episode started playing. But I'm looking forward to continuing the journey that he's on. But it has to start somewhere. So
absolutely. It really starts with Barley roughing him up, because that's what Barley does. Yeah. Joe, do you have any regrets that you auditioned to be Barley?
No.
I'm glad, because
I'm confused.
Why is there a question?
Because poor Joe, I feel like, had one of the hardest jobs, because Joe auditioned and then we get into read and I'm like, I need some inflection, and he's like, I have no idea how to inject emotion into these words, but he did it.
Kinda.
No, I do. There's also a take that I'm going to share with everybody in Discord where Barley goes full demon, and I can't wait for y'all. I can't wait for y'all to hear that one. Yeah, I'm gonna put that clip up in Discord later.
Yeah, when I came up with the voice, I was like, "Oh, this is great! It's gonna be so fun to do." And they're like, "All right, now do this emotion." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, I need people to appreciate the fact that Crystal had like 15 O's or something before MAN was like, he's supposed to say it's supposed to be human, but he's like, ooh, man. Like I don't and he had to read all of those words like that. Like the majority of his words are just like a whole bunch of vowels and a whole bunch of consonants and some other stuff.
Uh-huh.
And Joe did it when he was recording. It took everything out of me to not laugh the whole time, because it was just so great. I loved it.
He killed it. He really did. Joe, he was the only one that auditioned for that role too, by the way. Nobody else tried to read for Barley. So if Joe hadn't stepped up, I was gonna have to like rewrite that, because listen, sometimes you don't know. Like, you just write a story, you put it in front of, and you just see how it goes. And then you get an awesome person like Joe who's like, bet I could do that.
Well, just the role was kind of perfect because I wanted to do something, but at the same time, it wasn't such a time demanding world because like everything's so hectic outside of this, just trying to juggle so many things. So I was like, I can do something short and fun like that.
I love it. I love it. And your character isn't confused in this story, Joe.
No, just me in real life.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. I mean, we're all living in a perpetual state of confusion.
As long as I can just keep up with that melting Barney the dinosaur, we're fine.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, please go ahead.
I've been in a cave this entire time.
It's okay. I thought, you know what? It was fine. It was a cool sound effect. We just go with it here. We absolutely just go with it here. So, how do we feeling about episode 2? How are you guys feeling about these characters' journeys? What do you think the overarching message is here besides, dude, where's my car?
Dude, where's my unicorn?
Believe in the fantastical.
Oh boy. Well, I just want to say, firstly, everyone has done such an amazing job with the voice acting. And I love the Foley work and the music and everything. It's just overall it just sounds so wonderful in my ears. I love it. I love it. Um and as far as the story, I mean, it's pretty in your face. Like, hey, if you don't teach children to like do magic stuff, then you're going to go to magic jail. And so that's in episode 1. But no, seriously, as far as just the overall message, just hold on to the little sparkles of magic. It might be hard. It is very hard as an adult, whatever that means. But yeah, just hold on to it.
I love that. Yeah, we're not subtle. We're not subtle. I don't think we're really subtle with the message that we're trying to shove down people's throats. So we definitely have an agenda, and it's believe in magic and teach your kids magic or you suck, basically, is what I'm trying to say to everybody.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it. You got to keep some sort of. I think that ability to connect to your imagination and your ability to kind of remember what things were like when you were a kid, it is just so crucial, like to your mental health, your mental and emotional wellness, especially these days, because it's really easy to turn on the news and get super bummed out about everything. And then you just remember that kids see like the world completely differently. They see opportunities where we don't. And I think that's the thing that I like about this story is, I think we're having two people that have a connection to each other that are hopefully going to find their way back, but also going to find their way back to maybe earlier versions of themselves. And that's a really important message, I think, especially these days.
Yeah, and to just add to that, a lot of people forget that they were once children. With like they just completely I don't even know how that's possible, but I guess some people live a very long time and they sometimes forget. But that's the other aspect is, remember that you were a child. I almost said something that was going to completely spoil.
I know it's hard when you know what happens.
I was about to just be like, oh yeah, and then when they go to do,
I really pull out all the stops in episode 3. I can't wait. I'm so excited for that one. I'm so
dear God.
I also want everyone to know that Tara and Rob are. Oh, I'm not allowed to talk about that. Okay, I won't say nothing.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I would like you to know
Colin.
that
I'm glad we see eye to eye on
that Tara and Rob are amazing. They're wonderful. They're two
I
wonderful.
concur.
They're wonderful voice actors who will murder
Absolutely.
you in Among Us without question. Alex, I'm glad you brought that up because shout out. I wanted that conversation to go in there because Kay, who plays Allie, is non-binary. And I think at this point we've all got a bunch of friends, family members, or we just know somebody. And since the world is a little bit ridiculous, I mean, let's just, I'm very kind of like balls to the wall. Let's just go all out and let people know what we're about over here. But also, I wanted to, a good friend of mine has a daughter who also came out as non-binary, and I spoke to them about how they felt about it when it happened. And one of the things when writing that conversation is I wanted to be really real, and I wanted it to come from the parents' perspective. And I hope it came across too, like how afraid parents are right now when they have a child who is coming out and exploring this, and you're trying to be supportive and the world around them is scary. So I hope that we can all, a little bit of magic, a little bit of imagination, a little bit of love, start creating safe spaces. I know that tends to be like a dirty word now, but let's just use it because it is what it is. Safe spaces for these people and these children and anybody who just is learning about themselves and not wanting to be confined and whatever that means. So, I mean, Colin and Naya had a great moment, I think, of realization in that scene. And that's what I wanted them to have, that moment of like, oh shit. Well, I mean, you're human, right? You're not... You can't. God, if we could make a list that is probably longer than the scroll that fairy gave to Raziel about every issue we've got to fight, and you pick a couple and then you wander off and you do life and then you come back and you're like, oh shit, now we got this one. So yes, absolutely, supportive parents. Yeah, I knew that would be a big deal. A parent supporting you is so huge. It's so huge. Having the support of a parent and a parent believing in you is absolutely huge. So shout out to my friend who is being an amazing parent and all the other parents out there. And if you are a scared parent, we see you and we love you. And if you're a scared non-binary person or just in general, we also see you and we love you. And there are people out there fighting for you, and we hope you know that.
Absolutely, 100%.
And Crystal, I'll just be honest here. I am the friend. I'm very proud of my kid, and Crystal really thoughtfully asked about what my experience is like. I am in Texas, so it is very scary right now. I think my kid is amazing and way more brave than I am, and their friends are incredibly supportive. Even their friends' parents that know have been really supportive. So it's nice to have that community. But I've got to get out of here. But I just want to say, Crystal, I thought you did a great job. As a parent of a non-binary child and someone who is like in this crazy ass state that seems to want to be in some very intimate and private spaces within our lives. I thought that conversation was really kind of the conversation that my wife and I had. I think our first thing was acceptance, which was never not on the table. The second thing was, how do we make sure that we're protecting them? And that conversation that Colin and I had was very real. We've talked about moving. We've also talked about sometimes you have to be the ones to stay and fight. So for my kid, this is the only home that they've really ever known. And I just thought you did a great job of conveying that. So I know I'm only one parent, and my wife, Lisa, is not here, but I can't wait for her to listen to it. And I know we can both say we appreciate it and the sensitivity to it and the realness. And you guys just keep sending us vibes. And if you're in some of these deep red states, keep fighting the fight, because, you know, I don't mean to be hyperbolic, but I've believed this and was taught this by my mom from a very early age. We're not free until all of us are free, 100%. And we should all be able to live our lives in the way we see fit and the skin we feel comfortable in. So please go out and vote locally. That's the first place that you can start. Go to your local elections, know who's on your school board, and fight it from the ground up. And we will win this thing. We will win this thing where we can all be accepted as who we are. I do believe that. So just wanted to thank you so much, Crystal. You're awesome. I love you. That was just great to hear and really touched me.
I'll lay your face, JV. And shout out to Rob and Tara who handled that scene just so beautifully. Just so, man, I love people who could just embody the characters like that. It was so good. And thank you for having that conversation with me and being honest. And I didn't want to put you on blast, having the conversation, being honest, because, but you said it the best. So.
Yeah, Rob and Tara, you did such a incredible job of really bringing that conversation, and just it's very real, and I'm just excited to be able to get to be a little part of that, and I know that my kid is going to be super stoked to hear it. Normally they are like, Dad, you're lame. Hopefully
accurate.
Hopefully this will give me some cool points.
Nice.
So
we'll keep working on that, JV. So if we need to put you in more audio dramas, so London thinks you're not lame, we'll keep working. We'll do it.
Yeah, whatever you got to do. Teenagers.
I'm done.
I'm just not cool anymore. So whatever you can do to make me cool to one person is all I ask.
I got you.
All right, y'all. I gotta dip.
All right. Shout out to Lisa. Tell her we love her too. Can't wait for her to hear it.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Bye, JB.
Night.
See, we don't just tell horror stories and sexy stories. We can tell serious stories too, about unicorns and angels and fairies. We do it all here. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Raziel, are they still in the chat?
I don't know. Georgia, you still here? Might be. It's late. They're in the UK. Yep, still here.
Yeah. Oh, you're awesome. I love it. Thank you for being awesome. Yeah. Everybody's awesome. I was just listening to it. I was like, oh my God, everybody sounds so great. I'm in this too. It's so basic. Oh my God. But yeah. It was just lovely. And what I really love though is that Rob's delivery, like you would have thought they recorded that together. Not at all.
They did not.
They were not together.
No, they did
during that recording session.
It
was awesome.
They were. I did. They were. I had to. That's why there were 3 different recording sessions because there were 2 people I had to. But they actually did get to record that together, and yeah, they had a blast.
Oh, that's
they
awesome.
They had a blast. Yeah, I had
That's
Rob,
awesome.
JV, and Georgia all together, so it was great. But Rob, before you leave, please shout out your. You've got another stream coming up, I believe, Saturday.
So it starts. It's called Livestream for the Cure. Livestream for the Cure 7. It is a 3-day event starting the 18th, going on the 19th and 20th. We're trying to raise $25,000 for the Cancer Research Institute for study into cancer immunotherapy, which is where they teach the body's own immune system to fight cancer, as opposed to the invasive chemotherapy that's been going on. Livestream has been going on for 6 years. This is the 7th. In the previous 6 years, they've raised over $70,000. Last year's target was 20,000, and we did 23,000. This year, we're shooting for 25,000. Our segment from our podcast, the Something Something Cast, will be on Saturday the 20th at 2 p.m. But the event starts at 2 o'clock Eastern on the 18th. If you go to livestreamforthecure.com, you can find out all of the information, keep up to date on all of the news. The early donation link is open and can be found on that website. I believe we're something like $804 already to the good early, so that's fantastic. But if you are so inclined, please check out the event going on from the 18th to the 20th. If you can donate, fantastic. If you can't, visibility helps just as much. So sharing through social media, word of mouth, friends, family, whatever, just to help us get the word out there.
Absolutely. We'll make an event for it in the Discord, Rob. Just remind me. Just shoot me a...
I will. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Absolutely. Shoot me a... Yeah, absolutely, Shelly. We right here. We're sharing brain cells. We'll take care of it. Absolutely. Not a problem. Yes. Okay, well, thank you for being an awesome curmudgeon Colin, Rob. You killed it. I can't wait for them to hear you in episode 3.
I can't wait for them to hear the other side of Colin.
It's going to be so good. Oh, I'm so excited.
What could he possibly mean?
I don't know. He's a unicorn fluffer. I didn't say that. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Whoa!
This is the wholesome show.
You know what?
Wrong show.
Go.
I'm always being kid.
Turn the mic
I'm
off.
gonna turn it up.
All
right.
Sign everybody out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
On
go
that
stand in the
note-
corner.
Exactly.
You're on the naughty list.
I would say stand in the corner and think about what you've done, but you will, and then you'll write that, and we don't know.
Rob, you just put an
I'm leaving.
idea in her head.
Good night, guys.
That's your fault.
See what I gotta live with? You see what I gotta live with? See this shit? That's what I gotta live with. I put a ring on it and everything.
Just terrible. Oh my gosh. Like it's supposed to be wholesome, but she just can't help herself. So she has to let it come out during the shows. She got to always make the little jokes.
So there's some holes.
Damn it, Joe. You know what, Joe?
It's okay. That's Joe. Joe died. Joe died in that story, so it's okay.
You know, it was his fault. It was his fault.
We love you, Alex. Good night.
See ya, Alex.
Good night, Alex. Do we have any questions for our amazing voice actors? Do you want to know why Zoe is so amazing and how it's possible that we actually have her available to read stuff for us? Because I'd like to know that. I mean,
Hey, did you know that Crystal's
Zoe,
really good
can you
at
answer
writing
that?
and directing? Yeah.
I'm glad you guys. When is your video game coming out, Zoe? Can we talk about that? I would like to promote that.
Supposedly, I believe July of this year. Let me double check on that real quick, though.
That's a great question, Luca. I don't know why I'm like this. Don't ask.
Yes,
me.
the answer is July of this year, apparently.
Oh, so it's gonna be in a video game, you guys. Yes. So guys, if you guys didn't know, so I mean, this is like the talent here is crazy. I also don't understand why we still have Tara either. Like Tara's forget it. Anyway, everybody's so fucking talented, and I'm always like, my mind is blown that I'm like, hey, you guys want to read a script, and they're like, sure, and they just show up. I'm like, that's crazy. So Gerald is in Sandrock. My Time at Sandrock. Gerald is in My Time at Sandrock, which is the successor to My Time at Portia, a video game. Yeah, he's in that shit. Yeah, Gerald's in that shit. Yeah, he's Justice. So that's the character.
Yeah, he's Justice.
Justice. Yeah, Gerald's in that shit. And now Zoe is now in a video game as well. So we have 2 amazing voice actors on the team who are now in freaking video games, which is amazing. I love this. I love this so much.
How does it feel to be so cool?
How does it feel?
Hey, this person called Crystal is in this app called Marvel Move. Is that right? Did I hear that right?
I think you're right.
I like it. Zoe would rather throw herself in the ocean than let us love on her. It's okay. I understand too. But yes, I am very excited about Marvel Move when it comes out. Super excited. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am excited to let everybody know who I'm playing. I can't tell anybody yet. We're not allowed because they're gonna do some announcements towards the summer. But I can't wait to let everybody know.
Is it Groot?
It's Groot.
It's Groot.
It's Groot. I am Groot.
I knew it.
I am Groot. But I am so freaking. I'm so stoked for it. I'm gonna go buy comic books. I'm not even lying. Like when we come back from going to see my mom, I'm totally gonna buy comics. But you know what? I kind of feel like what's the guy's name, babe? From Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's actor.
Simu Liu?
Simu Liu?
I feel like him a little bit because I told like all my friends when we were allowed to make the announcements, and everybody's like blowing up my chat. Like one of my besties I haven't talked to in forever told me that I get to be a Disney princess now. So excited. I told my family, they were like smiley faces.
That tracks.
Just so he knows and nothing else.
Smiley faces.
It was literally like my mom was like, "Oh, that's
wow.
cool." Literally that was literally the
But you know,
reaction.
that is your mom, though. I'm not surprised
Mm-hmm.
from what you told me about your mom.
It's just like, "Oh, that's great, honey. I'm so proud of you." Like I got excited because I posted in our, of course, because everybody's in Discord now because it's where all the cool kids are. We've got like this Discord family chat, and there was another announcement on the Marvel Move about the show I'm in, which is Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch in Dreams. You guys will hear me in that one, and I was so excited. I was like, guys, guess what? This is the show I'm in. You know, I'm a Disney princess now. Crickets. Then my brother posted, he was like, "Yo, I just won a pool tournament," and everybody was like, "Great." I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm not kidding. That's exactly how it went down. I'm not kidding.
There were no emotes that time, just crickets.
Damn.
I know.
I mean, your thing is
I'm
cool,
sorry.
but it's not billiards cool.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. I have you guys. It's just family. Fucking family, you guys, right? That's why I totally feel like that poor Shang-Chi voice actor, because he had the same thing. He's like, I'm a Marvel superhero. I went to my parents' house, and they don't even have a picture. Like, I'm just like, hey, Mom. Literally that, the cricket sound. He was like, hey, I'm in this now. And they were just like, anyway.
It was finally when he wrote a fucking book that his parents actually acknowledged his accomplishments.
Man.
Yeah, he was in that movie, and I think he was telling the story about how like when he was like on set, they were just asking him questions about Michelle Yeoh and Tony, which you should, because Michelle Yeoh and Tony are fucking amazing, and you should. But like he was like, like I'm the lead, right? Like the movie's named, like I'm the character, and they were like, anyway, but Michelle Yeoh.
But Michelle Yeoh.
I mean, I get it, cause Michelle Yeoh, but even so, like. One movie poster, like not one.
Not one.
Not one. So apparently I need to get a bigger role, and then maybe I'll get like some more emotes in the family chat. So we'll see. But anyway. What do you do, y'all? What do you do? All right. What are we looking forward to in the story? What are you guys super excited about? I know that some of you have not read the episode 4 script yet. I know that you know what's happening in episode 3. So what are you most excited about, and what are you most excited about for the audience to hear coming up, or that you want me to write? Because I love it when you guys give me ideas, even though Zoe won't help me write scripts.
Throw it in the ocean.
Yeah, just throw it in the ocean. I'll get to it. I actually just read the episode 4 script while on this call. So I can't really tell people what I'm excited for because that's a spoiler. But I'm very excited for everything.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What about the rest of you?
I am excited. Oh goodness, I just love Daniela. She's awesome. And then with Zoe bringing Daniela to life, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see, because I have not seen episode 4 yet, because I was
It's
working
really good.
before I came here. But I'm excited to see what happens with Daniela, because I know there's a big thing with Daniela that the audience will find out. I'm excited to see how that transpires, like how it all comes to be known to everyone. And I'm excited to see how Zoe brings that to life. I'm excited to see if Barley roughs up Colin some more, because that was fun. But honestly, I'm really just excited to see how their transformation continues. Like, what are they going to metamorphosize into? Because we've already seen some hints so far. Hopefully Naya does not punch Colin in the face. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited. I see myself as an audience member. Like, I'm just here. I just happen to be behind the scenes, but I really am an audience member, so I'm just pretty stoked to see what happens overall.
That's accurate. Zoe starts reading, and we're all just like, keep going, we're good. Yep. You can just keep reading. You bet Colin gets turned into a talking animal. Maybe there's a dragon. I like that. I can't comment on that one way or the other. Yeah, Joe, what are you excited for? Are you enjoying this wholesome fairy tale?
Oh yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing what turning point is going to actually make Colleen realize everything's different and get his imagination back, I guess.
100%. Joe, I want to write a character for you. What character have you not played yet that you want to play? You think about that, and we'll DM.
Somebody who's aggressively angry.
Nice.
And wrong about everything.
Aggressively angry.
So Colin.
Right. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, babe? What about you as our resident sound expert from the Mako shot heard round the world? What about you?
Spoilers.
That wasn't me. I didn't do that. That's not me.
She means
I was sitting here thinking about what I'm looking forward to the most, and I'm trying to figure out how to word without spoilers. But I'm just really looking forward to seeing their journey, their little adventure play out, and all the little things that they're going to run into and deal with, and hurdles Colin is going to have to get over when looking for his SUV. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to their journey in general.
What about you, Crystal?
I think I am really looking forward to the last 2 episodes. 3 because we really try to make people's inner childs like perk up and be like, you know what? I'm sick of this adult shit. I'm in charge now. And just the way that we kind of conclude in 4, and I'm really looking forward to like you guys like acting that out and you know, Zoe's narration and just how that's all going to come together. I think it's going to be fun. I'm very interested to see too, like how our audience. I've muted myself. I'm also really curious how our audience is going to respond to this wholesome tale. I'm very, very. I mean, so far it's always like little things that people like pick up on that like become the meme. Like, dude, where's my car? Like you write that, you never thought that we'd now be LOLing like Colin's still looking for his car. So in the next couple of episodes, I'm very curious like what the new meme is and like what that happens, but also like how the audience takes to that and what parts of the story like they really resonate with, because it's been fun doing this with you guys, because like there's always something. Like when we did Legacy, you know, I'll never forget the message that Delvin sent me about Elijah's arc and how that really moved him. And when you write that, like you just don't know. Like I had no idea that would like touch him as like a dad and like, you know, as like, you know, a partner as well. I don't always make you cry, Shelly. Not always. Even with Tales After Dark, when we dropped that long ass scene, I was like, I have no idea how people are going to respond to this. And then we've got like Dev and JV writing dissertations in like Discord about like how deep it was and how all these characters and their feel. And we were just like, what the? It was great though, but I was just like, what? And then all these couples are coming out like, yeah, I'm listening to it with my wife. We loved it. And I'm just like, what? You know, know, so like every time we put out one of these shows, like something like really special happens. So I'm curious, like, what is it going to be for this one? Are we just going to be mocking Colin in the car forever, which is fine because I think it's fucking hilarious, and I want somebody to draw art now of Colin stomping around angrily in the forest looking for the car, while Naya just like reads a book in a tree with like a magical dragon or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm curious. Anybody that's watching right now that's in the chat, can you share with us what you're looking forward to?
Absolutely. I
Or
would
put it in
love.
the Discord, wherever.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to scare the crap out of you. That's coming up. That's literally right after this. Like, we're going to tell this beautifully wholesome tale, and then we're going right into Don't Look. Like, Don't Look next. And I'm really excited about that, too.
Shelly, she's not going to scare you. She's not going to scare you. She's not.
Oh, we have the story.
I'll let Shelly tell stories about Don't Look when it comes to Shelly's got some stories. Shelly's got some stories. Yes. Oh my gosh, Synaptic, please draw it. We have so many. I love it.
Please do.
Please, I love this fan art. If you guys, if you're listening to this, you need to get into our Discord too, because Synaptic also is super talented as well and did the little drew some clay figures of the monsters from our Tales After Dark show, which are so cool. That was amazing.
It's so awesome.
Oh my God, I love it. I love this. Oh, by the way, Alex, this cover art was done by Gerald. So Mr. Deep Voice Godlike Man, yeah. Also, there is so much talent that I am so like honored to be surrounded by. But let's just talk about Gerald for a second. Gerald voice acts. He can draw. Look at this beautiful artwork. But then he also cosplays. Not only does he cosplay though, but he makes his own. Like, I don't know if you guys are following him on Facebook, but you should be, because he'll just put up pictures of like his Mandalorian cosplay. He's got a damn Ghostbusters cosplay. Like, this man is so freaking talented. It is stupid. It is dumb how talented some of you. I'm like, it's crazy, and it's good. It's so good. I need him to make me armor. I want to cosplay. But yeah, so much talent, I'm not allowed to talk about a thing, but I would be bragging about Tara right now, but I've been sworn to secrecy. I can't say nothing, but I am literally surrounded by just like amazing, talented people. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't do anything. I just say words. That is.
And you're very good at saying the words.
That is the only thing that I do, Daniela. Thank you.
I like listening to you say the words. I don't know about everybody else, but I like listening to you.
Thanks, Zoe. Oh man, the smiles.
I know. We love listening to you guys say the words. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, see, Alex is a fan. I don't know if you're in chat, Zoe, but Alex is a fan.
Oh, thanks.
Colin half elf all along. Listen, you never know. We might have to do some prequel stories, some after stories, like.
Oh my gosh! And then we can do a song. Not doing a song. We can do a song like Agatha, like it was Agatha all along from WandaVision.
Yes.
Colin's elf all along or something. I don't know.
Elf all along. Now, see, I really got to talk to Gerald now and ask him if he did that on purpose, if he made Colin's pointed ear on purpose. Was he trying to nudge me along a certain path?
You know what? I think so. I think it was a subliminal message that it was so subtle. Yeah, so subtle.
But now
Gerald
I
was like,
can't
"Let me
unsee
just
it."
add a little detail.
Somebody create a D&D character where it's Colin as a half elf.
Oh my God. It's not the elf on the show.
The elf in the closet.
We do have tabletop coming up. So I hope you guys are ready for that, because we absolutely do have tabletop coming up. So you get ready. Voice actors, because if you're listening to this and you want to play some tabletop with us, that's coming up this summer. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that, because we're all just a bunch of fucking nerds here. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so low charisma. I mean, I think, you know what? I think at one point Colin had like a little bit, but then, real life or mundane life, let's call it, just got him, and he's just like. He's like Atreyu in the Swamp of Sadness. That's what Colin is. That's
Colin can have my score. I was making a character earlier, and no joke, I rolled a 3. It was really bad. My DM let me re-roll, but I think that's what Colin gets.
That's what he got like a 3. That's his junk stat. Charisma is definitely his junk stat, man. Naya was like, he's
soul.
yeah, it has. It absolutely has. Naya was like, he's kind of cute. I guess I could marry him.
I can't speak for Naya. I don't know. I just want to say the banter between Colin and Raziel was and Rob's delivery. I'm like, he's so serious right now. Like, dude.
I think I'm gonna ask him if he practiced, because that whole like monologue that he gives where he goes off, he did so good.
So funny.
We did not even have, I mean, when he said it the first time, he didn't even stumble. He just said it. And I'm like, holy shit.
No, he was ready. He was ready. We talk about Colin's mind to try to figure out what's going on up there. And I don't know, I don't practice with Rob. Like we haven't had a chance to practice or anything. And it's just, I'm like, this is just awesome. I just want to hear him just be angry at stuff and be wrong about it. Like what Joe says, he wants to be an angry, wrong character, like Zoe pointed out, but just like Rob's version of it. Joe,
I mean,
give us a
wrong about literally everything.
Literally everything. Okay.
The smallest thing.
I want to like write a story now of just two like curmudgeon dudes that are both wrong, but they argue with each other, and both sides are wrong. Like they even arguing with each other, they can't find the right path. Like they're just literally everything they say is wrong, and they argue with each other about how wrong. Like one is like, the sky is purple, and the other was like, no, it's not, idiot, it's green. And he's like, no, stupid, it's like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Joe?
buddy cop. You volunteer as tribute, you could be in it, Alex.
I swear, I can't even with you. You're so stupid. You can't see it.
And ask Joe to write it. Ask Joe to give you some little.
Let's go, Joe.
Some little pointers.
Come on, let's go.
Are you going to jump into the ocean too?
Joe is suddenly next to Zoe.
I've been drowning for years. Just toss that puppy in.
So sad.
Oh my goodness!
Somebody throw him a life
Shark
jacket.
to come along.
I mean, are you even living if you haven't drowned at least once?
I'm existing, living.
You know what? I actually did almost drown, and I almost died when I was like 6 or 7.
Ask Pixel how many times. Ask her how many times.
Listen, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Are you all right? I think so too.
It was only maybe like 2 or 3 times.
Only 2 or 3.
In my life, I have almost drowned 2 or 3 times. The third occasion, I barely remember, which says something. It's fine. It's fine. Listen. It's okay.
It's not okay. She put caps in the chat. Do you see that? She said 3 times she almost drowned. That's what she said.
If you hold Pixel up to your ear, you can hear the ocean.
What's hilarious is all occasions it was in fresh water. It wasn't in the ocean.
Baby pools?
No, like rivers. Like Florida rivers.
Oh, that's not fresh.
Oh, man.
River and spring. It was one of those ones where you have the natural spring, and then off a ways you get the river that comes into the spring.
Shelly said, you have brain damage.
I wouldn't be surprised.
She's drowning in her tears now, so I guess you move from fresh water to salt water.
I mean, who needs air?
I don't know.
Air, I mean, it's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. Somebody pat her head or something to help her.
No, pat her back.
back.
No, it's I. It's I. I ascended now. I love water. I still love water.
Oh no, that's what's that? Florence Nightingale syndrome? No, that's not right.
Like we're going out of town for Mother's Day, and we're going to be spending a lot of time at the beach. And I will spend every waking moment in the water trying to ascend to mermaidhood.
Ask Zoe how she does it.
Yeah, so how do you do it? Are you mermaid now?
Oh, she went back underwater.
Yep, she's gone.
Sorry, my dog was barking.
Laughing at the drowning person in the distance.
I have no idea what's happened in like the past 5 minutes.
Oh, are you a mermaid? Have you ascended yet? How do you do it?
Wouldn't that be descended?
You right?
Yeah, I had to make a quick trip back to the ocean. I ran out of salt water, and just table salt doesn't cut it. You need sea salt.
This is so... Oh my gosh. Oh, I have questions, but I'm not going to ask them because this is a wholesome show for adult kids, maybe, and maybe small children, possibly. Oh,
Small children should never listen to our shows. But yeah, so Pixel's not ever allowed to make drowning jokes because literally her guardian angels work so hard for her.
Listen. They're fine. They're fine. They're probably alcoholics, but they're fine.
Oh my gosh. Raziel, what do you think about that statement? You're still here.
Is Raziel my guardian angel? Did I turn her into an alcoholic?
No spirits. No spirits.
No spirits.
So serious. So tell us about your almost drowning story, Tara.
Yeah, drowning buddy, what's up?
You know what? It's Florida. I had some other near-death experiences, but I'll talk about the drowning one. So it's Florida. I think Florida is trying to take us out, Pixel, to be honest.
Maybe.
But I was down there with my family, and we were at which one is down there? Is it Disney World that's down there?
You almost got
Which one is
drowned by
down there?
Mickey Mouse.
No, but Minnie Mouse was present. So we were at like the hotel or whatever, and I had this inner tube. It had little Minnie Mouse drawings on it, and it was lovely. It was like my favorite little thing. So I'm in the pool, and my dad's in the pool, and I'm like where the stairs are, and I'm pushing back just ever so slightly. Just I'm not even going full force. I'm just gliding across the water as a little 6 or 7-year-old would do. And I did it quite a few times. And then the next time I did, I was like, Dad, look. And then I go back and then I flip under the water. And the next thing that I know, I just feel all this water coming into my body and I just see bubbles all around me. And to be honest, I really think there might have been an angel or somebody near me because I don't know how I came up out the water. I just remember hearing a woman's voice saying, "Are you all right?" But I don't remember seeing a woman, and I don't remember like how fast my dad got to me. Um, but yeah, I didn't die. I'm still alive. And I'm glad about that. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm still alive. It was scary.
Good job on the not dying. We're really proud of you.
I love
You
how
know what? I'm proud of me too.
I love how having a drowning friend. This is great.
Yeah, it was Raziel, probably. I'm not even gonna joke about that. It probably was because I have stories.
Ooh, we need the after show, afterlife stories. That's it. After show, afterlife. Yeah, Florida be trying to kill people. Okay, Shelly almost drowned in Florida. Pixel almost drowned in Florida. I haven't drowned, but I've legitimately choked on just air. Same. That's real. That's same.
I choked the other day. I was like coughing hard. I was like, what is this? Like, I'm by myself. I wasn't even eating anything. It was just cough, cough, cough. Lungs.
I
Work,
choked
please.
so hard I pulled a muscle under my ribs. And I went to the doctor because it hurt to breathe, and he was like, well, you're just getting older. And I'm like, oh, wow, thanks.
I remember you talking about that. That's so sad for you. I'm so sorry.
I had just taken a sip of water, and then I started choking on it, and I didn't want to, like, spew water all over my bed. So I'm, like, trying to stop choking and, like, trying to swallow at the same time. And I literally, and then after that, I was like, ooh, it hurts to breathe. I'm like, I'll just sleep it off. I woke up in the morning, it still hurt. I'm like, shit, now I gotta go to the doctor, make sure I'm not dying. He was like, nope, LOL, you fine.
Did he also send you like an emoji or something?
It was on his face. It was literally on his face. After like they took the, you know, you gotta make, you know, you get to that certain age, they gotta take X-rays and shit. So he like took an X-ray to make sure, you know, there wasn't anything serious. And he's like, nah, he just pulled a muscle.
That sucks so bad.
Yeah. It's you know, how'd you die? I'd be so mad if that's how I died. I just choked on air. I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad.
I can see you like just hovering over your dead body, like, I know the fuck that, you know what? And then just walk away. You just float away. That's anger.
That is so accurate. That's so accurate. Oh my god.
Tara, remind me to tell you another story, not having to do with drowning, but also happened at a spring. So another incident.
I'm gonna send you a message right now. Tell me the story.
My future wife and I are very klutzy, is the moral of this story. We are both very klutzy.
You completed
No, never.
Gotta do some exercises to help your proprioception, whatever the heck it's called, like your balance in your body.
You are 100%. I want to learn how to like do parkour, but I feel like I'm going to break something in my attempt to learn how to do this, but I'm down.
You could do baby parkour. Like, if you don't have to do the full flips if you don't want, but you can, like, if you can run up the walls and then like do a spin instead of a flip.
That is, you know what? That is both cool and it's also really dangerous because I absolutely am a child. So I'll like fucking cosplay like I'm an Assassin's Creed, and then all of a sudden Pix will be like recording it on the phone, and you'll literally just have this video of me attempting to do some shit, and that's how I like break my whole hip. Oh, I will, trust me. I'll just go all in. I'll put the costume on and everything. Be running around the city like I'm fucking Batman, except I just fell into a bush and now I'm stuck.
Somebody did do that though. There were, I think, 4 people that did a parkour run, but they were cosplaying as characters from Assassin's Creed. It's so cool. I love it so much. If I can find it, I'll share it with you so you can see it. But it was done years ago. It's really creative. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I think I've seen that.
I want to join your
I
parkour
know,
team.
right? I want to do it. You're right, Alex. I
want to do it.
Yeah, I gotta really get some air if I'm trying to jump over anything.
Wait, Alex is so wrong. I just saw his
Listen, I'm 4'11". Don't you take that away from me, okay? I'm short enough. Don't you take it away from me. 4'11". No capes. All right, we're gonna get out of here. I gotta get some food. I'm gonna go eat some French fries because that's a wonderful thing to do after another successful show. We will be back not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday on the 23rd is episode 3, and then that Sunday on the 28th, we're going to do the episode 4 after show. It's going to drop a couple days early so I can try to get as many of the voice actors in here as we can. We'll do it on a Sunday afternoon because time zones are really stupid. And I think one of our voice actors in the UK, I think the other one's in Australia. So we've got people all over the world, which is great, but it's hard to get everybody in here so they can be a part of our really fun after shows. So that's that. On the 16th, if you are a a keeper of the tales, aka you have joined our membership, you will get super early access to episode 1 of Don't Look, a horror audio drama. Don't Look will be releasing for everybody probably the second week of June. But if you want early access and you want to hear our horror audio drama, then you need to become a member. Go to talesoftheforgotten.com/membership and join the Keeper of the Tales. If you don't want a membership, but you want to give us money so I can pay all these lovely voice actors for all the amazing work that they do to keep you entertained, crying, happy, maybe you're horny because you listen to Tales After Dark, whatever, we don't judge. You can do that as well. So you can make one-time donations or you can join our membership. We encourage you to do that. We've got fun stuff on there. I believe there's an audio clip on there right now of Ree talking to Lane Coro about love. There's some bloopers from Bun and Joe. They get early access to scripts. And we have a vampire audio drama coming up just for them, an 3-episode prequel. And then our big vampire audio drama, which I am so fucking excited about, happens in later this year, probably in the early fall, right after, probably around June, July. No, I gotta do Sonarchy first, so it's a while away, but it's coming. And I have a whole list of voice actors who are going to be vampires, like Tara and Zoe and Lena, and Joe can be a confused vampire, so it's going to be great.
We drink blood?
No.
Mm-mm. Why are you guys so pale?
They're not, bro. They tan under the moon. God, didn't you read the script I shared? Jeez.
It's the same type of light that comes from the sun still.
Hey. All right, Colin.
I know where my car is.
I know. Do you?
It's right outside.
Do you?
Probably.
Okay.
All right, let's give a shout out to these voice actors who are amazing. Joe, you are also a streamer, and I know you working hard on that content creation life, so tell everybody where they can find you and hang out with you.
You can find me on Twitch using the same handle, The Odd Joe. You can find me on YouTube on the handle that I use in chat, the wrong channel. It's a dead channel at the moment, but I'm planning on bringing it back soon.
Yeah, Joe is a trip. You should definitely go hang out with Joe. Joe is a very, very, very fun streamer. Occasionally, Joe dresses up and does awesome things on his stream. But no, Joe's hilarious, and you should definitely go hang out with
Disney princess.
Joe is a goddamn Disney princess, and if you never saw him dressed up as that, I hope you have pictures you can share with us in Discord, Joe. Thanks.
Oh, we've got videos.
Oh, snap. We need them. Immediately, we need them. We need them. Need that in my life. Zoe, tell everybody where they can find you and hire you and play your video game.
I guess I should plug that after all. So you can find me on Twitter at ZoTatoPotato. You can find Starcrossed. Crossed is spelled CROSST on Steam. Go and wishlist that. That'll be out July of this year, hopefully. I play a little lizard lady that you can romance. She's pretty cool. She likes cooking. She's a nutritionist. She's awesome. And if you like Breath of the Wild and other video games, Nerdification just put out a video. It's the first song in a song cycle for Breath of the Wild. I'm in that in case that was not clear.
I need you to put all those links in our Discord immediately. Thanks. There's like a whole,
Okay.
I'm not kidding. I will harass you until you do it. But yeah, because there's this whole channel literally for voice actors. It's called like voice actor promos, where voice actors can just plug the hell out of themselves. It's just like singing crickets. So God damn it, go put your cool shit in there. Do it right now. Put it in there. Just put your links in there. Thanks, Joe. Tara, tell everybody where they can find and hang out with you because you're so fun.
I'm in the Discord with Crystal.
That's you talking.
It's, no, that was somebody else talking. This is me now. I had my twin was here. But no,
Sarah.
I'm in a no, I don't know any Sarahs. Their name is Georgia, actually. I could not think of a good name. No offense to anybody named Georgia, actually. I do love the name Georgia. Just, I don't have any twins named Georgia. Anyway.
Worley Cummings?
Who?
Reziel?
I did not know that was the whole name. I'm sorry. Like, I've been doing a lot of
Now you know you.
rest with my eyes.
Shade throwing.
No,
Worst
there's no
shade.
shade. I only know people's handles. Like that's my problem. That's
My
it.
life, literally me.
That's fair. They become the
That's
characters.
it.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But no, I'm in the Discord as Truly Jen, which is TRULYGEN. That's primarily where I'm at now. If you want to contact me, you can go to the talesoftheforgotten.com and look at the cast page for Fairy Tale, or probably for Legacy. I'm sure it's probably under there too, maybe. But my public email is there if you would really like to contact me for real. I am on Twitter. I have not been on Twitter in quite some time, mainly because I just have a lot of things that I need to do so that I can, like get an official space to do more voice stuff. I've got a lot of work to do. Rest with my eyes. No, Shelly, I do. I have been under a ton of stress, and I'm not going to go into it here, but it's affected my eyesight a little bit, so I really have to do a lot of rest, like a lot of rest from TV and phones and all that stuff. So, yeah, get a membership with Tails, and then maybe Crystal can pay me a little extra money so I don't have to work so much.
I would
or
love
any of
that.
us
I
have
would
to work so
listen.
much.
That's the dream.
Who knows?
That's the dream.
Who knows?
That's the dream. I'm trying to unmute myself, but my computer's. I'm trying to unmute myself. My computer's breaking. That's the dream. That is, yeah. So tell everybody about Tails. Tell all your friends. You can support us even if you can't do it financially. We totally get it. Trust, we all get it here. But you can make sure that you're leaving reviews of our shows. So on your phone, if you're doing it on Spotify, you got to do it on your phone because for whatever reason you can't do it on desktop. So go open up your phone on Spotify. Leave us 5 stars. Make sure you listen to the episode. Just let it play, even though you were here. Just let it play, and then leave us 5 stars reviews. Tell your friends to do the same. Leave us reviews on Apple. The more we can spread word of mouth, and we get people who want to sign up for a membership, and then they give us money and blah 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 blah. There were some competitions that we were going to enter that would have been really cool for us, but we are not going to enter them because if Netflix and the WB and Disney can't pay their writers, then they sure as shit can't have my ideas. So we support the WGA here, so we will not be submitting to any competitions where we could have potentially pitched some of the shows here until all that gets resolved. And then when it gets resolved, we'll do it again. But you know what? We don't need them anyway, because we got you guys and we have our support system in place. So just spread the word. Spread the word about Tails so I can pay all these wonderful people, because they do, as you can hear, amazing work. Really fucking amazing. And we need Tara to have her eyes, because how's she going to read my silly scripts if she doesn't have her eyes? What are we going to do?
I can get a Braille printer and learn Braille, and then that works.
That's true.
Honestly.
That's true. All right, everybody, we hope you have a wonderful week. Please make sure that you go and support Rob. Go hang out with Joe, hang out with Zoe, hang out with Tara. Do it. You can fangirl, fanboy, fan them out with them. Please do it. Please send them nice messages all the time, because they do amazing work here. And we will be back on the 23rd with episode 3. Colin's still looking for the fucking car. Good night, y'all.
See you, everybody. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Bye.